Most people spend weeks comparing washing machines. They read specs, compare spin speeds, and debate drum sizes. Then they grab whatever dryer is on sale and call it a day. 6 months later, one machine finishes 20 minutes before the other. Vibrations rattle the laundry room, and one unit breaks down years before its partner, leaving you replacing half a set at full price. Reliability in laundry is about how a pair holds up together over a decade. These are the 8 washer and dryer combinations that hold up long after the warranty expires. Number 8. GE Profile All-in-One. GE Profile drew serious attention when they released their ventless washer-dryer combination unit. The concept is straightforward. One machine washes your clothes, then dries them, all without needing a vent or a second appliance. For condos, older homes without dedicated laundry rooms, or anyone short on space, that solves a real problem that no traditional pair can touch. The washing performance holds its own against many standalone machines. Stains lift well, mixed loads come out clean, and the heat pump drying system is energy efficient enough that your electric bill barely notices it running. GE also added a lint filter ahead of the heat exchanger, which was the weak point that plagued older combo units for years. That single improvement has made these machines far more dependable than the all-in-ones that gave the entire category a bad reputation a decade ago. Where GE Profile earns this spot is consistency. Owners who have lived with this unit past the 12-month mark report that it simply keeps doing its job without dramatic breakdowns. The controls are clear and responsive. The build feels solid enough to inspire confidence. And GE maintains one of the widest service networks in the country, which matters the day something eventually needs attention. You will not struggle to find a technician who knows this machine, and replacement parts are readily available through standard channels. But there are honest limitations. A full cycle from wash to dry can stretch well past 2 hours. Capacity is smaller than a dedicated pair, so larger households will find themselves running more loads per week. And because everything shares one drum, if one function fails, the entire machine goes out of commission until the repair is done. GE Profile belongs here because it reliably combines 2 jobs into one unit. But it fits best in smaller households where space savings matter more than raw throughput. The next spot goes to a brand that has been quietly earning trust for a different reason entirely. Number 7. Samsung Bespoke AI Laundry Pair. Samsung has a complicated reputation in appliances. Their refrigerators have frustrated owners for years with ice maker failures and service headaches. But their laundry division tells a different story. The Bespoke AI washer and dryer pair is one of the most feature-rich sets on the market, and in 2026, the reliability has caught up to the technology. The washer uses sensors to detect fabric type and soil level, then adjusts water temperature, spin speed, and cycle time automatically. For someone who has spent decades sorting loads by hand and guessing at settings, that kind of intelligence actually saves time and reduces wear on clothing. The dryer communicates with the washer, adjusting its own cycle based on what was just washed. No guessing, no over-drying delicates, no running towels through twice because they came out damp. Build quality on the Bespoke line is a clear step above Samsung's older laundry models. The drums are larger, the vibration dampening is noticeably better, and the units feel heavier and more grounded than the mid-range sets that gave Samsung quality concerns a few years ago. The front-load washer in particular has earned solid marks for cleaning performance, handling everything from lightly soiled dress shirts to heavily stained work clothes with consistent results. The catch is complexity. These machines have touchscreen controls that can feel unintuitive at first, and the smart features require a Wi-Fi connection and an app that not everyone wants to deal with. If the touchscreen fails down the road, repairs are more expensive than fixing a simple dial or knob. Samsung's service network has also been inconsistent depending on where you live. In some regions, getting a qualified technician takes days. In others, weeks. That inconsistency in after-sale support is what keeps Samsung at number 7 rather than higher on this list. For buyers who appreciate modern technology and want a laundry pair that adapts to their habits, Samsung Bespoke is a genuinely reliable option in 2026. Just make sure you are comfortable with the electronics and have decent service coverage in your area. Moving up the list, the next brand takes a very different approach to earning your trust. Number 6. Whirlpool matched pairs. Whirlpool will never be the brand that turns heads in a showroom. There are no AI sensors, no touchscreens, no app connectivity that anybody gets excited about. What Whirlpool does is make laundry machines that do their job without demanding your attention. For decades, that consistency made them one of the most common names in American laundry rooms. And in 2026, their matched washer and dryer pairs still hold up when you choose the right tier. The top-load washers in particular have earned steady marks for reliability. The agitator models clean thoroughly, handle heavy loads without complaint, and use mechanical controls that rarely fail. The matching dryers are equally straightforward. Moisture sensors prevent overdrying. Multiple heat settings accommodate different fabrics, and the drums are sized generously enough to handle the full output of the washer without cramming everything in. Where Whirlpool earns its place is parts availability and service access. Because Whirlpool is the largest appliance manufacturer in the country, finding a qualified repair technician is rarely a problem regardless of where you live. Replacement parts are stocked widely and shipped quickly, which means the typical repair happens in days rather than turning into a weeks-long ordeal. That service infrastructure alone adds years to the practical life of these machines. The honest downside is that Whirlpool's mid-range and budget models have seen quality slip in recent years. Plastic components have replaced metal in areas where durability matters, and some owners report control board failures within the first 3 to 4 years. The key is choosing the right model tier. Their upper-level matched sets, particularly the ones with heavier construction and simpler controls, remain dependable workhorses. The entry-level sets are where corners get cut and problems begin to surface. Whirlpool is the safe, unglamorous choice. It will not impress your neighbors, but it also will not leave you hauling laundry to a coin op while you wait 3 weeks for a part that nobody stocks. If you want to keep making informed decisions like this, subscribing to this channel is the simplest way to stay ahead of the marketing noise. Number 5. Electrolux front load pair. Electrolux rarely comes up in everyday appliance conversations in America, but among people who have owned one, the loyalty runs deep. This Swedish manufacturer has been building laundry equipment for over a century, and their front-load washer and dryer pairs consistently rank among the quietest and most fabric-friendly machines you can buy today. The washing performance is where Electrolux separates itself from the field. Their stain removal capabilities test near the top in independent evaluations, and the machines handle delicates with noticeably more care than most competitors. A 15-minute quick wash cycle actually cleans effectively, which is a claim most brands make, but few deliver on honestly. The matching dryers use a predictive drying system that measures moisture at multiple points throughout the cycle rather than relying on a single sensor. Clothes come out consistently dry without the scorching that slowly shortens the life of fabrics over years of repeated use. Build quality feels premium without being flashy. The drums are stainless steel, the doors close with a satisfying weight, and the vibration isolation keeps these machines remarkably quiet, even on floors that are not perfectly level. Owners regularly mention being surprised at how little noise the machines produce, particularly during high-speed spin cycles that would shake a lesser machine across the room. The limitation is availability and cost. Electrolux laundry pairs are not stocked as widely as LG or Whirlpool, so you may need to order specifically from a dealer rather than picking one up at a big box store. Parts availability, while improving year over year, is still not as broad as the major American brands, and the price sits firmly in the premium range, which makes this a deliberate investment rather than an impulse purchase. For someone who values gentle cleaning, quiet operation, and fabric longevity above all else, Electrolux delivers a laundry experience that most owners find genuinely difficult to give up once they have lived with it. The next brand on this list has earned a reputation for durability that stretches back generations. Number 4. Maytag. Maytag built its name on one promise: dependability, and while the brand has changed hands over the years, now operating under the Whirlpool umbrella, the laundry machines still carry that commercial-grade philosophy into the home in a way that their parent company does not quite match. The top-load washers feel substantial the moment you lift the lid. Heavier drums, thicker agitators, and a motor designed to handle oversized loads without straining. These are machines built for households that do not treat laundry day gently. Work clothes, sports gear, bedding, heavy towels, pet blankets. Maytag handles the kind of loads that make lighter machines vibrate across the floor and trip out of balance. The matching dryers use an extra-large capacity drum and commercial-grade heating elements that distribute heat evenly without the hot spots that scorch fabrics or leave pockets of dampness. What sets Maytag apart from its parent company is the power wash agitator system in the washers and the beefier internal components throughout both machines. These are not cosmetic differences. The motors, bearings, and suspension systems are rated for higher stress loads, which translates directly into a longer service life under real-world conditions. Average Maytag washer and dryer pairs that receive basic maintenance run reliably for 10 to 12 years, and plenty of owners report getting well beyond that with nothing more than routine cleaning and the occasional belt replacement. The trade-off is refinement. Maytag machines are louder than Electrolux or Bosch. The controls are functional rather than elegant, and the smart features, where included, feel like an afterthought compared to LG or Samsung. You also will not find the most energy-efficient operation here. These machines prioritize cleaning power and durability over minimizing every kilowatt on your monthly bill. Maytag is the brand for people who want a washer and dryer set that works hard, lasts long, and does not require a tutorial to operate. It rewards simplicity and punishes neglect less harshly than its more technologically delicate competitors. The top 3 on this list represent a clear step up in long-term reliability, each for very different reasons. Number 3, LG. LG has quietly become the most recommended laundry brand in America, and the data supports it. Independent reliability surveys consistently place LG at or near the top for both front-load washers and dryers. Their machines combine genuinely useful technology with a failure rate low enough that experienced repair technicians notice the difference when they review their service logs. The front-load washers are where LG's engineering shows most clearly. Turbo wash technology cuts cycle times without sacrificing cleaning performance, getting a full load done in roughly 30 minutes. The direct drive motor eliminates the belt and pulley system that wears out in conventional machines, which removes one of the most common failure points in any washer. Steam cleaning penetrates fabrics more effectively than water alone, handling allergens and stubborn odors that regular cycles miss entirely. The matching dryers use sensor-based drying that adapts to each load in real time, and the newer heat pump models dry clothes at lower temperatures, which extends the life of your clothing noticeably across years of repeated use. The wash tower, LG's integrated stacked unit, deserves specific mention. It combines washer and dryer into a single vertical footprint with a shared control panel positioned at a comfortable height rather than on top of a stacked dryer where no one can reach it. Unlike a basic stacking kit, the wash tower is engineered as one cohesive system where the machines communicate and optimize performance together. For homes with limited floor space, it provides full-size capacity without the compromises of a true all-in-one combo unit. Where LG loses some ground is the occasional software issue. Smart features can glitch after firmware updates. The ThinQ app, while useful for monitoring cycles remotely, sometimes loses connection with the machines and requires a reset. And while LG's overall reliability is excellent, individual models in the budget tier do not always match the consistency of their mid-range and premium lines. Sticking with the mid-range or above is where LG's reputation genuinely holds strongest. For the majority of households in 2026, LG represents the best balance of technology, reliability, and long-term value in laundry. The final 2 brands on this list operate on a fundamentally different level of durability. Number 2, Bosch. Bosch builds laundry machines the way they build everything else. Precisely, quietly, and with an engineering mindset that prioritizes longevity over spectacle. Their compact front-load washer and dryer pairs have earned a devoted following among homeowners who discover that smaller does not mean lesser. The washing performance is excellent by any measure. Bosch machines extract more water during the spin cycle than most competitors, which means the dryer has less work to do and finishes faster. Stain removal is thorough across all cycle types. Fabric care is gentle enough for delicates without sacrificing cleaning power on heavier items. And the machines operate so quietly that many owners genuinely forget a cycle is running in the next room. In apartments, condos, or homes where the laundry closet sits near living spaces, that noise level changes the daily experience of doing laundry in a way that is hard to appreciate until you have lived with it for a few weeks. The heat pump dryer that Bosch pairs with their washers uses significantly less energy than conventional vented dryers. It operates at lower temperatures throughout the cycle, which protects fabrics from the heat damage that slowly degrades clothing fibers over years of repeated drying. Because it is ventless, it can be installed in closets, kitchens, hallways, or anywhere a water connection and a standard electrical outlet exist. That flexibility opens up laundry placement options that vented dryers simply cannot offer. Reliability is where Bosch earns its number 2 position on this list. Service data from major independent appliance dealers shows Bosch compact laundry pairs among the lowest repair rates in the entire industry. The machines are assembled with heavier components, tighter manufacturing tolerances, and fewer failure-prone electronic modules than most competitors at any price point. Owners routinely report running Bosch laundry pairs for 12 to 15 years with nothing more than routine filter cleaning and the occasional door seal replacement. The honest limitation is capacity. Bosch washers typically hold around 2.2 to 2.4 cubic feet, which handles daily laundry for 1 to 3 people comfortably, but requires more frequent loads for larger families. Bulky items like king-size comforters may not fit at all, and the price premium is real. A Bosch compact laundry pair costs more upfront than most full-size competitors, which means you are paying more per cubic foot of drum space than nearly any alternative on the market. For smaller households, couples, or anyone who values quiet operation and exceptional long-term dependability above raw capacity, Bosch is one of the most reliably engineered laundry investments available anywhere today. And at the top of this list, a brand that most showrooms do not even carry. Number 1. Speed Queen. Speed Queen does not advertise on television. They do not have a smartphone app. There are no touchscreens, no AI sensors, and no Wi-Fi connectivity. What Speed Queen has is over a century of building commercial laundry equipment for laundromats, hotels, and military installations, places where machines run all day, every day, and downtime costs real money. Their residential washer and dryer sets are built with exactly the same philosophy. Commercial-grade steel frames, metal components where other manufacturers use plastic, motors and transmissions engineered to handle thousands more cycles than a typical household will ever demand in a lifetime. Speed Queen tests their machines to 10,400 cycles, which simulates 25 years of daily residential use before they approve a design for production. That is not a marketing slogan. That is their actual engineering qualification standard. The top-load washers clean clothes thoroughly using a traditional agitator that moves water through fabric rather than tumbling it against itself. The wash cycles are fast. A normal load finishes in about 30 minutes, which is roughly half the time of many modern front loaders that spend extra time tumbling and resting between phases. The matching dryers are equally direct. Large drums, consistent and even heat distribution, and a drying process that finishes quickly without over-drying or leaving damp spots in the center of a load. Build quality is immediately apparent the first time you touch one of these machines. The lids are heavy. The drums are thick gauge steel. The cabinets do not flex. Everything about the construction communicates that this machine was not designed to be replaced in 5 years. Independent technicians who service multiple brands regularly point to Speed Queen as the residential brand with the fewest service calls per unit sold, and when repairs are needed, the mechanical simplicity of the design means the work is faster, cheaper, and more straightforward than fixing an electronically complex front loader packed with sensors and circuit boards. The trade-off is straightforward. Speed Queen washers use more water than high-efficiency front loaders. They are louder than Bosch or Electrolux. The capacity, while adequate for most households, is smaller than the oversized drums offered by LG and Maytag, and the purchase price is significantly higher than mid-range competitors, often reaching well past $2,000 for the pair with the extended warranty. You are paying for longevity and mechanical durability, not features or convenience technology. For anyone who has grown tired of replacing appliances every 5 to 7 years, Speed Queen offers something genuinely rare in this industry: a washer washer and dryer pair built to outlast the room you put them in. Choosing a reliable brand is only half the decision. Even among these 8 names, certain models within each lineup quietly underperform, developing issues that only surface after months of daily use. Knowing which exact models hold up best within each brand is where the real savings begin.